You're live. Tell me, I'm in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, everybody, and I'm gonna flip it around here. Okay, can you tell me your first name if you don't mind?
My name is Doyce. Well, hey, my last name
Okay,
Shaddix. Doyce Shaddix from
th-
Lawrenceburg.
thank you. And we're at the Old Jail
Old
Museum.
Jail Museum,
Okay,
built
hey,
in 1893,
okay,
used for a period of about 80 years.
uh-huh.
And when they tore down the courthouse on the square, they built a jail under it, and it had no longer been a jail. It's been a museum for the most part of that time. It closed down for a short period of time. But in November 3rd, 1863, the Union Major Fitzgibbons, he and his soldiers came in and set fire to the to the jail and burned it down to the ground.
Oh, wow.
Put cotton around it and burned it.
Oh,
And of course, we'd had incarcerated some of their troops, in here. We'd had a skirmish here in Lawrence County. We've had several in Lawrence County during the Civil War.
right.
But this was a particular one, and had some in here, so he burned the jail. And he went up to the courthouse and was going to burn it, and he put cotton around it. But there's a monument on the north side over there that's the Mexican War monument. It's been there since 1849,
Uh-huh.
and that was before the Civil War. So when he was ready to burn it, somebody told him about that, and he was in the Mexican War, so he backed off and didn't burn the courthouse, and that saved their records, like David Crockett's signatures and everything.
Oh,
Just
wow.
that quickly, we almost lost everything.
Oh, no.
But that monument saved it. The
Yeah.
big obelisk out on the north side of the square over there.
So they caught him. Did they catch him, the person
The
that set fire?
no, he left. He was left here. He didn't come in here, but he was already out before he got here. But he just took advantage of it and burned the courthouse. I'm burning
Gonna burn the courthouse. I'm glad he didn't burn the courthouse, man. That's
We've had several people from the early 1800s here. James K. Polk practiced law in Lawrence County before he became president. And one of the things then bounced around was that that guy right over there, Nixon, George Henry Nixon, his son-in-law was a postmaster,
mm-hmm.
and he wouldn't send the mail on to whenever Polk would send it off. They were different politics, and he said when he became president, the first thing he did was fire the postmaster in Lawrence County.
Wow.
And of course, those are some of the heroes of the Mexican War.
Yeah.
Our people there were the first one. Our troops were the first ones in at Monterey, just like the Marines are today. And they were killed. Several of them were killed. Oh, that thing right there.
This right here?
Yes. This right here said it was. It was Abraham Lincoln's casket. It was on his flowers on his breast. I don't know whether it was a slave or who it was. Took it off. Did at a thrift store up here.
Oh, wow.
But we do know one. Well, they told that one soldier that was for the Confederacy
Mm-hmm.
switched over to the Union, and he was stood at the head of the casket at the White House of Lincoln. So
Oh,
this could have come from them. We don't know. where
yes,
it came
sir.
from.
How neat seeing all this stuff. A lot of people's coming in. They think this is interesting. Hello, Justin. Hello, everybody. So I am at the old jail in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and I came in, and this nice gentleman told me that he didn't mind coming on camera. I didn't ask him, and we were just talking. Very sweet, and he told me that he would come on here and kind of explain some stuff to me. I thought that was very nice of him.
These are some of the old school bells that they rung recess and in the school or during in the session in the morning
Yes,
in
sir.
the little schools that they had around.
I bet you got a lot of memories. You're,
Named it after James Lawrence. He didn't never know about it, but they
Ye-
did.
yeah. Yeah. It might be where I'm walking, y'all. They said I was spilling,
Uh,
spinning.
Right up there's a picture of the Trail of Tears that went around the courthouse and came down front down through here.
Yeah. Oh.
And we have the map over there of the Trail of Tears. Now this right here was made at the we made them for 2 or 3, 4 years. The mopeds.
Uh-huh.
And these right here were made in the war. I think this must have been the Korean War, but it was during World War II we did those too. Made these.
Oh, okay.
Fired these in these big howitzers or whatever, gunships.
Yeah. Oh, I was wondering about that a while ago. So let me see.
But
if I can...
they made all these big factories changed over to war material,
Yeah.
and that was what they made. One of the things they made. But it wasn't here. They were in Cleveland at that time.
Okay.
But they moved here in 1955. Started in 55, I believe it was.
Neat. That is so neat.
To year 2005.
Wow.
And at one time we had about 4,000 or more people working there, and the city didn't have about 9,000 or 10,000.
Uh-huh.
Now, of course, David Crockett. Everybody knows about David Crockett.
Oh, yes, sir. I just come from that park over there.
Here's his plow point and his distillery key, storehouse key,
Oh,
and
cool.
a furrow down here. He moved here in 1817 and was here till 1822. But during the time he was here, he was a commissioner and he was a state representative, and he was going off up to the capital when it had the capital then was Murfreesboro. Yep. And he was on up there. When he came home, his wife told him, he said, "We don't have no cell phone." So when he came home, he found out it had a big flood and washed away his mill, his distillery, everything he had. He owed everybody in the county.
Mm-hmm.
He owned land. You had to own land to be in politics. Of course, he was in politics, but he didn't he owed for most of it. So
Yep.
he just told this other guy to take care of it. He was going farther west, so he went over to West Tennessee and lived there. But he couldn't get along with Andrew Jackson.
Right.
Andrew Jackson was, whatever he said went in those days,
Right.
And he didn't like Jackson one reason. He didn't like Jackson for the Trail of Tears. He didn't think that was fair.
Yeah.
And he also fought with him down in Alabama.
Uh-huh.
And Jackson was having them to burn the tents or their teepees or whatever they had with the people in them, women and children. He wouldn't do it. He was going to leave, but he wouldn't let him leave, so he had to participate.
Right.
He didn't like anything.
He didn't like that. He didn't agree with it.
So, Andrew Jackson, he's just heartless, I guess you'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though he lived in Nashville, and
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And for those that don't know, that's
good when he wasn't all that.
Yeah. For those that don't know, on here, Murfreesboro, we consider that in Nashville. We just consider that Nashville. We just do. It's just right there. I'm just telling them.
It's part of the metro.
That's right, Metro Nashville area.
Mm-hmm.
There's their books up there.
I think they had 2 daughters born here because they were born in the years he was here. He was here, he and his wife. But some just refute that story, and I don't know why, because it says he was born those years he was here. So we say there's 2 daughters born in Lawrence County.
Yeah. Well, they might be. You know how that goes. You never know.
Yeah. His first wife, I went to her grave here back last year. And I'm not pointing that way because it's over that
The
way.
graveyard, yeah.
And I have to look where I'm thinking. But she's in a little cemetery. Polly, first wife. Elizabeth was the second wife.
Uh-huh.
Polly, they had children. And he married Elizabeth, who had children, and then they had children. And Elizabeth moved on. They and Elizabeth moved on over. But Polly, I went to that grave, little cemetery, graveyard, I guess they called it, and it was grown up with grass. I was afraid I was going to get snaked.
Oh, wow. Nobody really takes care of it?
No, they don't. And Elizabeth now they've got, I think, an acre. I think it's the smallest state park in Texas.
Uh-huh.
It's her grave, and it got a huge marker on it.
Oh, wow. Have you ever been to that one?
No, I've been to the Alamo,
Yeah.
and there was a knife or something in there for David Crockett's from Lawrence County.
Oh, wow. Wow. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Now, who's that postcard from? Is that, who's that post?
That's
Is that a
later
postcard?
on this centennial, or what was that? I mean, just tell about it there. That was in 1994, and I don't know why that was a particular thing was that way. But, now, this was David Crockett. This was published by him, but it was, I think, this was a later edition, but this was his writings in there, and I
Like his
very
journal?
gingerly opened it and took some things out of it and wrote about it. And,
Okay. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Wow.
I showed him having a coonskin cap, but if you look at the monument up on the square,
Uh-huh.
it's three-quarter hat, you know, that's what he wore mostly. But they made a legend out of him even back then.
Right.
In New York, had to play about him and all that.
Yes, sir.
They may have used the coonskin cap then, but that wasn't his wear. I mean, day-to-day wear, you know.
Yes, sir.
But then David Crockett, and during the Disney times, you know, they came out in the 50s and 60s. They started wearing the coonskin caps, and that's they got popular again. And they used to give coonskin caps, fake ones, to people as they come through town, you know.
Yeah.
I had a little one on that picture right in there, but everybody in there had coonskin. Democrat Union paper where we delivered papers, and they gave us one for every one of us.
Yeah. Oh,
Now,
that's
this over
neat.
here, it says on here that this was the, because I'm happy to acknowledge to be the only correct likeness of me that's ever been taken.
Oh, wow.
And it's this signature.
Yeah. That's neat.
If you look right over here's another one somebody painted, but that doesn't look
Right. How neat is this?
Now this Sam Donaldson, whenever he and Fred came to town, that was when he was running for president, and they came down here.
Okay.
He and Senator Thompson. Thompson was 2 years ahead of me in high school.
Yeah. That's neat.
These were found up in the
My daddy.
clock of this old courthouse.
Yeah. My daddy, I got one of those my daddy gave me. So, I don't know where he got it, but I still have it.
There was 3 or 4 of them up there at the top of the court. I don't know whether lawyers or judges or something.
Yeah.
Had a nickel
Very-
must have bought a lot.
Yes, sir.
Because we have several down here.
Yes, sir. That's probably the only thing I got that's worth anything. Oh, Lord.
Dot Decker gave us that. It was the property of Lem Motlow at Lynchburg. Yeah, Lem Motlow, I think, was a nephew of Jack Daniels.
Uh-huh.
And she got that over there.
Oh, neat. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. I love seeing all this stuff.
Oh, POW camp. We had one here from 1944 to 1946. German POW camp. This was the German things that they did while metal detecting. And over here is what the soldiers wore. These are
Oh,
some of the
okay.
prisoners. I don't
Oh.
know whether you ever heard of Klaus von Stauffenberg or not. Did you ever see
No, I
the
didn't.
movie?
I didn't see that one.
Well, anyway, he was the one that was going to assassinate Hitler.
Okay.
He and his group.
Uh-huh.
He went and set the case down under the table, and he knew where it was going to be, 2 cases. But one of them was good, and the other one got turned over. And it was a real strong mahogany or walnut table or whatever.
Uh-huh.
They were sitting at, and when it blew up, it damaged him, but it didn't kill him. You know, it hurt, Hitler.
Uh-huh.
So it saved his life.
Oh.
But then he went after every one of those that did that.
Wow.
Faust was hanged, I think, or shot. I forgot which it was. But if he had been successful, that would have been before the some of the major wars. I think they were talking about now. One on the beach. But anyway, I have some of the same moments now. I've been doing this for 14 years.
We all have those, honey.
But anyway, this guy right here was his chauffeur over in North Africa. These were
Oh.
North Africans. With their captured
Yeah.
there. And he was Stauffenberg's chauffeur. So their vehicle they were in were hit, I guess, by Allied fire. And it caught fire, turned over, and Stauffenberg lost one eye, which in that movie, Tom Cruise just had one eye, he played him.
Huh?
And he lost an arm and everything. But he pulled him out of the fire and saved his life. And if he had been successful in assassinating Hitler, it would have saved hundreds of thousands of lives, and he would have been responsible because he saved his life. And he was here in this jail.
Yeah. He was here in this jail.
Yeah, he was in this jail.
Oh, wow. How neat. I'm going to have to watch that. When I hear stuff like that, I have to go back and watch it. Yeah.
Watch it. It's Tom Cruise playing Klaus von Stauffenberg.
Wow.
And this is Klaus von Stauffenberg. His name is Eugen Harith.
Okay, and he was here in this jail.
Yeah. And they were allowed 2 beers a day after work. And they got paid 80 cents a day by the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
They had to pay them 80 cents a day.
Yeah. See, 80 cents a day, Beej, you're lucky.
Beers, so they could have out 2 a day and still had money left.
Yep. Count your blessings, girl. Yeah. Yep. Oh, wow. Wow.
And the last night they were all here, before they left, these 6 right here sneaked out of the camp. Well, of course, there wasn't probably any guards on it the last night or 2, you know. But they went up to Mr. Stribling's house and the Brock's house and told them goodbye, came back, slipped back in, and they were gone the next day.
Lord.
They sent letters back over here till the 1970s.
Uh-huh. Look at that.
And here's a guy that says, I think this guy is Willy Mueller, Germany, September 3rd, 1948, after they'd gone back. I think there would be no war and no enemies in the world if the members of the different nations could understand so well as we did. We paid dear for starting and leading the war. I wish everybody could forget the war and the bad things which happened in it and to try to live in peace and respect his neighbor. The whole world would benefit from that.
Right.
And there were several other things written on here too.
Mm-hmm.
It's talking about Mr. Stribling. I was telling you about Brock. My dear Brock family, the first time I had it in Lawrenceburg, they didn't spell it right, was when I worked in the Wood Command when 10 men worked for Mr. Stripling. Eugen Harith, that's that guy over there, and Eric, who were my roommates, worked for you. I often recall the words Mr. Stribling said. You'd better work a few other months in America and get a direct discharge than be handed over to the French to work for them, which really came true, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If he'd gone with them, it'd been much worse. If he'd been captured by the Russians, this ain't what they would have been, you know.
Right.
But they wrote several. They wrote back in cordial letters, and some wrote back warning things. Now Horgan, he was a dentist, and he wanted some dentist material, or whatever we call it, tools, instruments, I guess you'd say.
Right.
He asked for that. One guy sent outside of his sole of his shoe, one of his shoes.
Wow.
They just didn't have anything.
Yeah, it was
Germany
back
blown
then.
up, so much of it,
How about that?
Everything's taken from them.
Wow.
But
My
they
goodness.
really enjoyed it here. I will go on back here.
Okay.
There's more in here, but it takes a while.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just, yeah.
Now, we had a guy right here. I guess he's the most heinous crime in Lawrence County. He had first-degree murder, 4 charges, and those charges were of his wife and children and another boy that was staying there, or with him at that time. He killed them all 4.
Oh, man.
And he didn't go to prison. He sent him to Central State. You know what?
I know what Central State is. I absolutely do.
Asylum. It wasn't.
Yes. Yep. Anybody who don't know, I know exactly what it is. I actually remember, I don't remember when it closed down, but I actually know somebody that was in Central State. So I absolutely know exactly what it was.
Well, they still need those because people
Yeah.
are on the streets now. These sickos are killing people.
Yes, they do, honey. Let me just grab a picture of this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
I was a professional ball player.
I like that picture. Yep. 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 Look at that.
This is not a full. This is some of our shares. We don't have all of them.
Yep. I like that.
This was the old man. These 2 guys here used to hang out, go around the square.
Yep.
Weathers, I guess, was the last ball player. Well, his son's professional now. David Weathers, now his son's a professional ball player from Lawrence County.
Okay.
Billy Martin, he was the man about the square. They used to walk. Everybody at the square was the big thing. Where everybody went on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And he'd be out there. He wear the badge. He thought he was a sheriff. And he would try to catch people, but he wouldn't. He's just tall. That's not all he was. This guy here was taller.
He is tall, yes.
He was kind of like him, but he didn't do as much as he did. But everywhere he went, he thought he was part of it. He'd get a picture made with ball teams and.
That made him happy. I like that.
Here's a cell back here. Not the main one. We got them up there. Oh yeah, this was made. This was the last one he made for a stove thrower.
Okay.
Yeah, if anybody in Lawrence County ever had one of those, but we made them here.
Cool.
You walk in here, you see that kind of.
All right, so this is the sale. Okay, so this is the sale, man.
This is one of them.
This is one of the sales. How would you like to have, oh, this is
One
heavy.
man said he spent 7 months.
Oh
in
my
there.
God. Now look here. Smiley would not like this.
His name was Dean Martin.
Oh, really?
He's been here to see us several times.
Oh.
He killed someone. I don't know.
Oh, Lord. Smiley's in a cell. Somebody done killed
But
somebody.
he became a trustee here.
Oh.
Of course, you can't stand him because he got out of here. Put his name, O'Neill Kirk. I knew him.
They ain't getting out of here.
If you got out of here, you still have to go outside to get out.
Yeah, and then they got them brick walls. Well, they did have a little bit of sunlight there.
Well, yeah. If you look at over here, these beer cans,
Uh-huh.
they were stashed back in behind this.
Oh, they stashed them.
So they had
So-
to go once in a while, I guess.
So did they have, or did they take them out? Is that where the toilet was? Did they have a toilet in here or
They had a
back
toilet,
then?
one of them, I guess this was the lavatory, and that was probably the toilet over there.
Okay. Lord have
This looks
mercy.
like the lavatory here.
Yeah.
I don't wish they hadn't taken them out. There's one over Lynchburg that still has all that in it.
God, these are small. Honey, I wouldn't want to be in
Yeah, I
a
don't
jail
know,
cell.
maybe some of the others took them out.
I wouldn't know. I never been in one.
Look at this permanent wave machine. Looks like it's something
Oh, that's what they do, the
permanent.
shop?
What they call the curling it from the back early days. But then they put these big things they put over the head later, But
Look at that.
it looks like an electrocution machine.
It does. It looks like a Lord. Mm-mm-mm.
That lady that run that, I'd get some of her mail. We had the same house number, but we're on different roads, but out in the same area. He's died. He was in the Rockabilly Hall of Fame. This guy was. Ronnie Allen is his name.
Yeah.
It's over in Jackson, I think, the Rockabilly Hall of Fame.
Neat, neat.
This is some of the, they made toys early on.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, pedal cars,
Mm-hmm.
bicycles, and things, you know. So all these, most of these were made here in Lawrenceburg. I assume that was made when still up in Cleveland, Ohio, because that's too early for, I think, for the 1950s. It might have been made there, I don't know, I don't remember that. Of course, I wasn't working there in '56 either. These are some guys on the Hee Haw.
Yeah.
He's from Lawrenceburg.
That was the funniest show. I'm telling my age now.
Whether you ever heard of Barbie Benton or not?
Yep.
Well, she took that picture here in
Oh.
Lawrenceburg. They did some shooting here in Lawrenceburg,
Uh-huh.
certain areas, because he was from Lawrenceburg. And his brother wanted to act, but he wasn't in the union, so he couldn't get paid. But he did a bit on his own, you know. And but he was in that, and they were those that did the fast thing to fall out of the law.
Right. How neat.
This guy right here, Ed Lindsay, he became president of the International Lions Club. That's the whole world. You know?
Okay, yeah.
And here he is with President Lyndon Johnson, and he's over here with Eisenhower.
Oh, wow.
He was also the president of the Historical Society at one time.
Yeah.
I'm secretary now, and one of the Lindsay ladies, his sister-in-law, I took her place 14 years ago.
Wow.
These are all
Wow.
the Murray mugs and things that they made up there. Most of them are.
Mm-hmm. Letter sent to Ed Lindsay, former president, David Eisenhower. Wow, wow. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Now, was this...
Yeah, they had cells in here separate on each side.
Okay.
They had several deaths in here in 1909. Excuse me. 1909, and Mr. Cruz was in here. He was having some mental problems, I guess, so they put him in here.
Uh-huh.
But they came in one morning and he'd hanged himself from the ceiling.
Oh, right in this very room.
1909. And we had one die of diabetic coma. We had one that died of DTs, you know what DTs
Yeah.
are.
Mm-hmm.
And one was in here, and he was really thirsty. Of course, he was dehydrated from getting drunk the night before. Thirsty, and the sheriff wasn't paying attention to him. But that guy I was telling you about, it was a trustee. He went and picked up a jug, filled it, or half filled it with water, and gave it to him. But what he didn't know was there was a little acid in the bottom where they cleaned out the toilet.
Oh, no.
And he died.
So we standing in a room where a lot of people done died in.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord, honey.
and a breakout right here. R.C. Campbell escaped from the jail. He went through these bars. You can see where they're cut. And he told the sheriff, Sheriff Davis said, "Tell your wife to not to fix my breakfast. I won't be here in the morning."
What'd he cut the bars with?
Somebody must have given him a hacksaw. And he must have had them almost cut through, because they couldn't have cut through there one night, I don't think.
Lord.
Unless those are not solid, I don't know. That would be, but I don't know.
Wow.
I don't think those are
They
cheap.
might
I
have
think
used some of
they're
that
steel.
acid to rust some of them out or something.
But he liked to steal Buicks from Bob Bay's Buick Company. He broke out. I didn't know whatever happened to him. I guess they might have gone back to jail or prison somewhere. I don't know.
Where there's a will, there's a way. They'll always find a way, you know.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. They'll find a way
Remember
to
these
break
old-
out.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I remember these.
I have one. It zips up. I need to bring it down here.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
'Cause I don't think my daughter would care about it. We don't have grandkids, so.
Yeah.
These are some toys down here. They're all steam toys, steam engine toys.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow,
We
wow.
have the school annuals and a lot of the uniform thing, everything that they had in school in this room besides all of that. That was the only black school in Lawrenceburg,
Yeah.
elementary school. When they wanted to go to high school, I don't care if they lived down near the Alabama line, they had to go to Mount Pleasant,
Mm-hmm.
catch the bus and go all the way to Mount Pleasant
Yeah.
to go to high school.
Oh, wow. Yes, sir. And then I remember them roller skates right there, the metal ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you much about computers. Curtis could tell you all about those old ones, but I don't.
Yep. These people nowadays wouldn't even remember none of it, you know.
Well, this was, I forgot what this is, the game on it and everything, but it still, you know, there's nothing moving about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the floppy.
Absolutely.
I wish Curtis would write that down.
Yeah.
See these old slates right here? That's what
Oh, yeah. They
my
took to school.
grandfather, I have one of my grandfather. And guess what? It's got that right there on it too.
Yeah.
Coming apart. He was born in 1881, but his brothers and sisters used it before him.
Yeah.
So it's probably in the 1870s.
Oh, yeah. A lot of old stuff. Absolutely. I think it's pretty neat. Interesting.
Here's an old 10-cent Coke machine.
Yep, remember those?
I remember the nickel ones, 6-cent ones.
Yeah.
This is our political room, but it was also, in those days, was the women's cell.
Oh, so they had the men over there and then the women over
Well,
here?
we got cells upstairs, but this was, they didn't need that much for women.
Yeah.
So this was the women's cell.
Okay.
And they said there was a window there that passed notes back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, it's political now, with Fred Thompson and people that, you know, all these weren't local, but we have a lot of signatures of different politicians and everything.
Okay.
I don't know whether you not, but I think it was Truman. Thomas Dewey was running against him.
Uh-huh.
News came out that he had won that night before, but they counted all the ballots and he had lost. Truman had won. And he sent this to James Moore here in Lawrenceburg, run Moore's store. And Thomas Dewey signed that and sent it to him in 1945.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow.
These are, Curtis says these are all authentic signatures of different presidents and everything here.
Mm-hmm.
Governors, whatever. We're gonna get a lot of Fred Thompson stuff and he's gonna clean this out and put